So recently, and when I say recently, I mean like a month and a half ago, Nintendo went ahead and announced 2 huge first-party titles, being Mario Maker 2 and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. And while these announcements are great, Nintendo hasn't been the best about letting their consumers know about their release dates. I can think of maybe 6 different games off the top of my head, 7 if you include Pokemon as 2 games, that still don't have a concrete release date. All that Nintendo said is that they're coming out in 2019, and if we have all these iffy release dates, who knows how many are going to get delayed. So I decided that we should go investigating and try and figure out when all these games are going to come out. Hey guys, Maxsaurus here, and today we're going to predict when all of the first-party Nintendo games will release this year. Starting off, we have a pretty easy one here. Mario Maker 2. We already know it's coming out in June, and we already know that Nintendo likes to release games right around E3. Look at ARMS and Mario Tennis Aces, for example. Okay, so let's see. E3 is when this year? June 11th through 13th. Okay, so since ARMS and Mario Tennis Aces both came out after E3, and Nintendo always releases games on Fridays, I'm gonna guess the 14th or the 21st of June. It could go either way, and when I went back and looked at when ARMS and Mario Tennis Aces came out, they're both 1 week and 2 weeks apart from E3, so it's gonna be a tricky one, but I'm gonna say the 21st. No, I'm gonna say the 14th, just because it's right after E3, and I can kind of see them doing that. But who knows? I think it's one of the two. I think it's a 50-50 toss-up. But, yeah, that's what I have to think about Mario Maker 2. My guess is June 14th. Okay, so next is Luigi's Mansion 3. And this one's kind of a tricky one. On one hand, you would think it'd be a Christmas release, right? Because, like, it's a Mario game and just... I don't know when the original Luigi's Mansion games came out. I do remember that the Luigi's Mansion remake for the 3DS was in October, and I don't know. I'm guessing October. That my thoughts are it's going to be in October since it's kind of like a Halloween-themed game already. But honestly, it could go either way. I'm going to stick with October and it's going to be a Friday release. Because that's what Nintendo likes to do. But, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say October 11th. It's earlier in the month, giving it time for cushion room, for early November, which I have a game coming up, right after this, set for an early November release. But, yeah, I'm just gonna say October 11th for Luigi's Mansion 3, and on to the next one. Then there's Animal Crossing. Me being the high IQ'd person I am, I actually researched all the past Animal Crossing games that have came out. And if you look back, all of the games besides the original have came out in November. And I know what you're about to say. Well, Mac, Pokemon's gonna come out in November, right? And yeah, I believe Pokemon's coming out in November, and I'll tell you when exactly. I think that'll be later in the video. But why can't there be 2 games in November? It's already, I don't know. I think Animal Crossing in early November would be good. Maybe it could be in December, but I'm just going to stick with my early November release. I'm going to put it at November 2nd. It's a Friday, like all Nintendo games, so it works out perfectly. And it gives it just enough time for when Pokemon comes out later in the month that it won't be too, what's it called? Too close together, so where it's crammed, but still, I think it'll give you time to enjoy Animal Crossing, and the people that'll play Animal Crossing will stick with Animal Crossing. And I don't think it's stepping on any toes for either game, so that's why I'm going to say Animal Crossing will come out November 2nd. Next is Pokemon Sword and Shield, and as I said earlier, I think it's coming out in mid to late November, to give room for Animal Crossing, of course. But also, I felt like the release date for Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee, and also the Sun and Moon games, Ultra and Normal, it was perfect timing, because it was right before Christmas, but also gave time for, people to get their reviews out and stuff like that. I don't know if that's that important. An early November release for Pokemon, I think, was a very smart decision for the Pokemon Company to switch to. And yeah, so I'm gonna keep it on track for where it's been in the past couple years. I'm gonna stick it on November 22nd. It's a Friday. That's not surprising. But also it's like a week before Black Friday, so people will be able to go out there and buy their kids new copies of Pokemon Sword and Shield and all that cool stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a November 22nd release date. And yeah, I don't believe Pokemon will change it up. I find that very unlikely. But if they do, then maybe I do move up my Animal Crossing a couple more weeks. I don't know, because like, here's the thing. Pokemon is a first-party game, but it's made by a third-party developer. So it's kind of tricky because they can't... I bet they... I don't know. I bet they've been talking about when all the release dates. The promotion division, all that stuff for Nintendo is so good, and they know what they're doing out there, and I'm just speculating here, but yeah, I'm gonna keep Pokemon at November 22nd of, well, November, and yeah, so that's my prediction for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay, so finally we have Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remake for the Nintendo Switch, and while Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion and all those sort of games would be great for Christmas release, I believe that this is the Christmas release. It's a Zelda game, I know it's a remake, but that game came out so long ago, not that long ago, but it came out a while ago, and it's a complete redo of the engine and everything. It's not like it's a Twilight Princess remake, which was made like 10 years ago. This was like 20 years ago, and the gaming industry's grown so much since this game's came out, so yeah, I definitely could see this being the Christmas release. I'm gonna say December 6th, just because, well, it's a Friday, and, well, I don't know, I couldn't really find any other place that would fit Link's Awakening as well as this does. It's just, I think it was made to be the December release. Also, I was gonna throw Bayonetta 3 on this video, but unfortunately, I don't believe it's coming out in 2019. I think it's gonna get delayed till next year. But if it had to come out this year, I don't know. I just don't see it happening. I'm gonna guess February of next year. I know that's like a weird time, but that's when the ports of Bayonetta 1 and 2 came to the Switch, and I don't know, I've never really played the Bayonetta games, but I've heard they're pretty fun. But, yeah, that's all for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, if you liked the video, well, like it, and comment down below what you guys thought about my, release date predictions. If you think they're right or wrong, tell me in the description. Comments. And I love to hear what you guys have to say. Yeah, it's been fun, and until next time, this is Maxor signing out. Peace!